Welcome to the Pre-Match Show presented by the Brian Birds Home Selling Team. Score the best deal on a home with the Brian Birds Home Selling Team. Visit brianbirds.com or call 751-1500.
A big Copa Tejas matchup tonight. Locomotive FC players making their way into the stadium as this evening they host San Antonio FC. This behind-the-scenes look brought to you by GECU. Welcome to the pregame show brought to you by the Brian Birds Home Selling Team. I'm Duke Keith alongside Heidi Mocha. And Heidi, tonight, this is the second match of 3 consecutive home matches for Locomotive FC, coming off a great result versus Real Monarchs SLC.
Yes, Duke, absolutely. El Paso has been so much fun to watch. There's been 2 goals from Lucho and another from Aaron Gomez. I mean, the performances have been great, and the energy in the stadium has just been awesome. Tonight, I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to see how the match unfolds versus San Antonio.
Well, San Antonio FC is the matchup this evening as we take a look, coming off a win last Saturday against Austin Bold FC. Huge result as they look to stay in playoff contention about midway through the season. So, in the first half, Emil Cuello converting on the penalty. Nathan converts on a penalty of his own, that in the second half. And then it was Nathan setting up Jose Gallegos, the super teenager, and San Antonio wins going away 3-0 in Austin.
We both know Gallegos and Nathan are dynamic players. They showed what they can do, really putting the pressure on the Austin Bold defenders. But remember, El Paso beat San Antonio 2-1 just a week ago, and they shut down both of those guys. So this San Antonio team is really dependent on those guys playing well, and it could be a long night for them against El Paso's defenders.
And Heidi, El Paso's defense has been undoubtedly terrific this season, only giving up 10 goals in 2021. That is among the best, and as a matter of fact, is the best in USL Championship. One of those against Real Monarchs SLC, but some incredible dribbling here from Sebastian Velasquez, finding Aaron Gomez, adding another goal for El Paso's all-time leading goal scorer. Incredible for Sebastian. Then, too much Lucho Solignac in the second half. The shot bounces off the keeper. Lucho, staying with it, gets into the back of the net to give El Paso the 2-1 lead. And then Lucho again versus 17-year-old Jeffrey Dusnub. Good luck stopping that. Lucho finds himself picking up the brace. 6 goals in the season. El Paso wins 3-1.
Duke, the goals are obviously impressive, and that's what got Lucho Player of the Week honor, so a big congrats to him. Lots of creativity on the ball, and then some real great runs. Borelli's run was what set up Lucho's first goal. El Paso is not only creating chances, but converting them. It's going to be hard to slow them down.
We'll find out who comes out on top in another Copa Tejas clash. It's Wednesday Soccer. Locomotive FC versus San Antonio FC next.
Thank you for watching the Pre-Match Show presented by Brian Birds Home Selling Team. Score the best deal on a home with the Brian Birds Home Selling Team. Visit brianbirds.com or call 915-751-1500.
Locomotive FC offers a wide variety of exclusive experiences, including private party spaces, individual suites, and hospitality areas. Give us a call at 915-235-GOAL for more information and to book your next event. Nitro Circus is back for 2021 with the action-packed You Got This tour coming to El Paso Saturday, October 23rd. Top athletes in FMX, skate, BMX, scooter, and more. Are you ready to get this party started? Touring down huge world's firsts off the biggest ramps in action sports with more crazy contraptions, more insane stunts, more high adrenaline fun than ever before. El Paso, get ready to put your hands in the air. We're coming to Southwest University Park this October 23rd. Get your tickets now at nitrocircus.com. Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Welcome to Southwest University Park. Duke Keith along with Heidi Mocha as we get ready to kick things off here for this big one, a Copa Tejas matchup. Let's take a look at Locomotive's starting lineup for this evening. And Jose Aguinaga making an appearance, but as you might expect versus his old team, Lucho Solignac, the USL Championship Player of the Week, right up top, Heidi.
Absolutely. Now, he has performed well as well against his former team, but he is grateful to them for them taking on a chance in 2019, even after he had injuries. But he was definitely that first to grab that ball for that PK last week against San Antonio.
And Ed Bordelli out on the left, really good at creating chances. Second of the team at chances created, 17. Diego Luna with 18. For San Antonio FC, no PC, no Axel Schubert, the man who scored the goal versus Locomotive in San Antonio a week ago tonight. As we get ready to kick things off this evening, San Antonio will have first touch. Our referee, Brad Jensen, blows the whistle. We are underway from Southwest University Park. Locomotive back to that 4-4-2 diamond formation. San Antonio coming out with that 4-2-3-1. Nathan loves to receive the ball on those long passes and make something happen. As here's Connor Maloney trying to do exactly that, pushing it into the middle to Jose Gallegos. Sam Gleedle bringing it down. There's Nathan. Touch back in. And well done, Logan Ketterer. Trying to get that danger from the left side of the box.
San Antonio starting off right away, putting pressure on Locomotive. Locomotive just needs to sort it out, be patient, and find their game.
And the speedy Spaniard, Jose Aguinaga. As we take a look at tonight's referees, Brad Jensen. The assistant referees, Cameron Seiler and Chris Canales. Our fourth official tonight is Marco Vega. El Paso just trying to find it out of their own half. Lucho Solignac takes a knock. But Maka King advances, and we play on. King trying to get the better of his marker. Solignac a little slow to get up, but doesn't seem the worse for wear. And has the ball. And then Borelli, too tall. As we take a look at our Team Casa, keys to the game, the Casa Automotive Group. What are you looking for tonight, Heidi?
Well, San Antonio is kind of showing the first thing that Locomotive needs to do is handle the press. San Antonio had some success against El Paso pressing, and expect the Locomotive, though, to manage that a little different this match. So hopefully they can sort it out and play the possession game that we're all used to seeing from the Locomotive. Then defend a long pass. Since San Antonio likes to come up the middle and give themselves options to both sides, to the left and the right, they can be quick to counter with some deeper passes, and so the El Paso defenders just need to not get caught too far up. So we need to keep an eye on that. And then a clean sheet. It has been a while that Locomotive has earned a clean sheet, so this match can be decided by a goal.
Gallegos, some great work out on the right side of the box, coming in, gets chopped down. Richie Ryan there along with Meshach Jerome. And in the end, it's Richie Ryan allowing Logan Ketterer to pick that one up. The youngster, though, ready to challenge already.
Absolutely. And that's what Locomotive's going to have to keep an eye on him. He's not afraid to take people on and on the dribble. But the defense, for Locomotive definitely takes pride in keeping their opponent from scoring. So they're
getting loose again in the middle. Cuello
going to work together and try to earn that clean sheet.
Well, clean sheets. Locomotive still tied for the league lead with 6 on the season, but Logan Ketterer has only had the 2. Aguinaga gives this one up here to Cameron Lindley. Lindley trying to pass, loses his handle, and it's Nick Ross to take advantage. That one's off from Solignac. Locomotive yet to advance into the attacking third. The opening 3+ minutes of this. Dylan Maris, Aguinaga. Luna. And Yuma happy to let this roll back into touch.
And when Ross had the ball there was so much space on that right side. He played it to Solignac and then kept going. Just a little bit of mistiming with the two of them.
We take a look at Mark Lowry. You know, thinking about coaches of the month, Landon Donovan won Coach of the Month in June. His teams went 4-0-2, one clean sheet, outscored opponents 10-7. But Mark Lowry and Locomotive FC continues to impress against the rough and ready Mountain Division. As here's Gallegos, hooked off the ball, well done. Eder Borelli.
Well, Coach Lowry had his team unbeaten for the month of July, so that definitely can factor into earning potentially that there was 5 wins this month as well.
And some early troubles with the pitching mound. We know the turf has been well watered, and the crew at Southwest University Park does a great job trying to keep this from happening, but I know the grass has come from a different spot than it usually has. A little more sand because it had been so rainy, but since they put it in, there hasn't been any rain. That's Macaulay King winning the throw for El Paso. Good to see the Englishman back in the lineup.
Yeah, he dominated the first portion of the Locomotive season on that right flank, and then they kind of tag team, and Borelli has been this later portion of the season, so it's good to have both options back in.
King winning Team of the Week honors 2 weeks running, and then Eder Borelli doing the same on the other wing. As a winger yourself, that has to make you pretty happy.
Absolutely.
Headed back by Yuma, keeping it away from Emil Coelho.
Richie Ryan getting that ball there at his feet. He is always comfortable receiving the ball. He always has that head on a swivel, knows if he's got pressure or not, and where his options are. He's a physical and tough player, but kind of quiet but creative, and just very important to connecting the defensive to the offense for Locomotive.
Borelli did well just to keep that one in play, but sliding in, the foul whistled on Borelli as Connor Maloney. A little the worse for wear after that challenge. I didn't see much in it, but it might have been something along the sides. He seems to be holding that. Eder Borelli whistled for it. That might have hit Connor Maloney in a sensitive area, the team captain for San Antonio. So the free kick to the visitors. Here's Cameron Lindley. They certainly want to get Liam Doyle involved. And up the left wing side, some excellent work. A sliding tackle by King and hooked out by Yuma. King already challenged there in that wing by Sam Gleedle. Good work here by Solignac, the former SAFC player. Gets loose in the box. That's parried off the foot of Mathieu Desplan, the Frenchman, stopping the Argentine from advancing on Matt Cardoni. How about this piece of work, though, by the player of the week in the championship?
I liked how Yuma relieved pressure immediately, but when you have a player like Lucho up front, to get it to him and let him go, really, it was like 1-on-3, and he still created a almost pretty good chance for Locomotive.
Here's Ross. Looking for Solignac, but a foul.
Quick restart. Trying to push the ball and counter.
Well, certainly.
Definitely drops back, though, and it makes them reset. So.
San Antonio, a very physical side under head coach Alan Marcina. Marcina won an NASL title with the San Antonio Scorpions. So he and Mark Lowry certainly acquainted from their North American Soccer League days. Good work by Yuma to shield the fast-paced Nathan. Not often you can get in front of him, but when you do, you don't let him around. Nathan, the Brazilian, blazing speed.
Right, and his coach, Marcina, he knows how to win, and I guess he had a pretty good playing career as a striker. So he may have some sort of positive influence on Gallegos and Nathan as far as their attack, their contribution to the attack for San Antonio.
Locomotive, Diego Luna. Up it comes Luna. Little give and go, nice triangle. Played with Borelli right in the middle of the box. Cardone right to him.
And Diego probably would like that chance back. That was a little bit uncharacteristic of his ability to finish that he has displayed previously.
Good work by Richie Ryan to draw the foul on Nathan. Nathan explaining to the referee, but I think the veteran Irishman knows how to step, knows where to be, draws the foul, and a free kick for Locomotive. So early creation, and of course, Eder Borelli, who assisted on a beautiful Lucho Solignac goal, his first of the evening versus Real. Just put it on a platter. But also, as we saw from one of the headers, can certainly bring it in when he's inside the area. As we take a look at Lucho Solignac, our Southwest University player profile. 3 goals in 2 matches, the penalty versus San Antonio. 6 goals to lead Locomotive FC, and I think he is everything Mark Lowry wanted when he signed from San Antonio last year. The target 9 that he has absolutely wanted for years.
Yeah, Lucho is on track to match his.
A yellow card out of the pocket of our referee Brad Jensen, and it might be directed to Mathieu Desplan, getting wrapped up and fouling Dylan Maris. It will be Desplan, yellow card early on in just the 12th minute of play.
He just tapped Yuma in the back of the head after he's already been carded.
So Desplan needing to be de-escalated by his teammates. Things have been physical. It was physical a week ago in San Antonio. San Antonio FC upset with some of the calls that they felt went against them, but Locomotive holding on for that 2-1 win after Schuberg. Here's Maris. Basically gets hooked around the leg by Desplan, and the yellow card comes right out from Brad Jensen.
I think Desplan possibly was upset because of the initial scrum, and then he ended up catching the end that was called for the foul. So that kind of, on his side of things, he would have liked to have the initial scrum to be on his going his way.
Well, it will be Locomotive on the restart. Aguinaga. Luna. Inside to Maris and back out again to Borelli. Borelli slicing into the box, sent away by Desplan. Trying to control was Maris, but lifted out by San Antonio for a Locomotive throw. So, after the initial, say, 3-4 minutes of this match, controlled by San Antonio, certainly wanting to be on the front foot here in El Paso. Locomotive has found their footing, I think, here in El Paso tonight.
Locomotive definitely is getting a little bit of a rhythm as far as possessing the ball and trying to create chances.
They were waiting for the flag to go up, and indeed it finally did after Aguinaga's touch. And Matt Cardone started with the Scorpions in the NASL. They folded in 2015 and has been a part of that San Antonio lineup ever since. Played his college ball at Trinity there in San Antonio. One of the great servants of a great franchise in the USL Championship. Good interception there. Good read by Bianca King. Ross receiving it back. Locomotive with both Luna and Maris. That double-headed midfield attack, that's what Mark Lowry wants. Of course, Sebastian Velasquez, who started last match, starts on the bench this evening, but will most likely see some action, especially after that last assist.
Exactly. That was the way he held on to the ball and handled all the pressure and then created the chance. It was not something that you see a lot of players that have been able to do.
Borelli inside looking for Maris. Can't turn on it. Luna will retrieve. I mean, a Cruyff turn, sidestep, nutmeg to pass it to a wide open Aron Gomez. How often do you see that? Here's Ross. King rolls one just wide of the net.
That's a nice strike by King on the ground, far post, just a little bit off target, but with that kind of a strike, I mean, there's a chance for it to get on frame or to get a deflection and end up in the back of the net.
And you see Locomotive's offense, especially when they get in the attacking third. I think the one thing that's really begun to separate them from Locomotive teams of the past, from even early in the season, is you can see the interplay. There's always an option to go to in the area. That, I think, is obviously by design for Mark Lowry, but it is different, don't you think, from early in the season?
Yeah, they definitely have found how to create that last piece, that last opportunity. And the other thing that is impressive about that is that Coach Lowry has been playing so many different guys. So they all know where to be. They all know how to create. They all know what they're doing. It might be one guy that actually gets that goal, but they've all had a part in creating that chance.
Amazing stuff. San Antonio with the throw. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select, the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Here's Ryan. Maris lost a hand on the ball. Good double team. Dipla there with Connor Maloney. But only so far. There's the right side of that area. There's Lucho Solignac.
That's some nice pressure by Locomotive to create a turnover. Still in that defensive third for San Antonio.
Macaulay King looking to provide service. The chip over Luna will come to Maris, back to Luna. Borelli. Luna. Nice play back to Borelli. Cross to the far posts. Nothing but white jerseys there in Duplan. Will roll it over the byline. First Chick-fil-A corner kick of the night goes to Locomotive FC.
Yeah, that was a really nice give and go with Borelli and Diego.
Macaulay King. I don't think he got the height on that he wanted.
Just nobody was on the other end of their little give and go. But King will get another chance now.
Yes, he will. Liam Doyle. On his Wikipedia page, listed as a Manx footballer. Another corner coming for Locomotive. Manx from the Isle of Man. That is what you call somebody from the Isle of Man, just off of Liverpool. Between Ireland, it's kind of its own place. Not many people there, but obviously they love their football. Liam Doyle drafted by DC United in 2016. And so Luna to take this Chick-fil-A corner from the right. Ryan back there. He'll take it short to Richie Ryan, played back, and Luna possibly overplayed it, but along the byline, nice cut. Cutting back again, Diego Luna all the way in, off the side netting. Diego Luna showing Seba Velasquez, hey, I can do this too, buddy.
Diego Luna, and he earned a bench player for Team of the Week last week, and with his play last week, but he is looking to get another one tonight.
Here's Nathan. Locomotive does well to get back and off of Ryan. Nathan has to play it back and into the middle. Mohamed Abu. Gallegos. Nice cut back on Solignac. Former teammates. Abu. San Antonio looking for a bit of possession here. Here's Duplan. Duplan trying to switch, and it's going to go over everybody's head. Easy pickup in the end for Logan Ketterer. August is USL Supporters Month, and we want to hear from you. Visit uslchampionship.com/supporters-month for more information on how you can get involved and have a chance to be featured as Supporter of the Week. We certainly have some good ones, and you can hear Eighth Notch drumming away in the background. Solid crowd for a Wednesday evening on Pride Night here at Southwest University Park, and a wonderful tifo unveiled by Eighth Notch in honor of the second anniversary of August 3rd. Certainly one of the key things about El Paso's recovery from that is the way this city gets together. And that was one of the things that always stood out to me after that day was El Paso's ability to be friendly, to be open, and to answer hate with love. And certainly that was on display with the tifo and on display tonight. Long and out of the back. Goal kick coming. Too much for Emil Coelho. San Antonio certainly a bunch of decorated former guys from former Major League Soccer players, I should say. Former guys. Coelho playing at Southern Methodist University, one of the stalwart college soccer programs in the United States. AAU all-rookie team. Drafted 19th overall in the 2019 MLS Super Draft by the Galaxy. Here's the Scotsman, Nick Rawson, into the middle. Aguinaga, who's looked bright tonight, as has Borelli. Far post. Lifted out by Doyle. Richie Ryan to send it back in. Aguinaga, nice chip to flip that back to Borelli. Aguinaga. Up it comes. Maris from Solignac. To no avail.
Just a little bit too many touches and a little bit too many knocking it back and forth. Somebody needs to get that shot off.
Borelli last to touch it. So San Antonio with their pressure winning a throw, backing Locomotive FC into their half of the pitch.
And for the last little bit of the game, yeah, it's definitely been Locomotive kind of in control, and San Antonio needs to kind of find their attack back through that middle and wide. So Locomotive's doing a good job of kind of making them do what they want.
Indeed, it seems like it's inside out for San Antonio, moving the ball from the wings in. They like to play from the middle out.
But Locomotive playing with their 4-4-2 diamond, they tend to have a lot of players central. And they know what San Antonio is looking to do.
Good work by Nathan. Back out to Gleedle. Gleedle on Maka King. This one by the Englishman, but right to Mishak Jerome. Locomotive fine, working out to in. Maris. Borelli central. Luna will chip it over, and it'll be Cardone covering with a little help from Connor Maloney.
Yeah, Cardone is definitely one of the leaders for San Antonio, and he actually is second in all-time appearances for San Antonio, and quite a vocal leader for them.
Well, San Antonio, an organization, as we pointed, that was actually Kamiri, I should point that out, who was able to head it back to Cardone. San Antonio is an organization. I mean, Toyota Field created for the Scorpions of the NASL. The San Antonio Spurs I guess parent ownership group here is almost a turnover. Mishak Jerome does well to sidestep the pressure from Gallegos. And outlet valve is Macaulay King. Well, that was a slow roller from Logan Ketterin, almost trouble with the youngster waiting to pounce.
Absolutely.
But San Antonio led these days by Tim Holt, who, if memory serves, was president of the old USISL and USL. And that is a free kick earned. I remember Tim Holt from back in the day when the El Paso Patriots were the team here in El Paso. 21 seasons for the Cervantes family and the El Paso Patriots. First professional side to make it to a finals of a U.S. Open Cup in the modern era in 1995.
Maris pretty much got body blocked there, but then still got the ball over to Lucho, and then they drew the handball to earn this free kick here.
So it hops up after the handball and in a dangerous spot for Dylan Maris, who can deliver it on goal, but has options. As they line up the wall at the edge of the 18. He'll go for goal and up and over.
When he's on target, he's unbeatable, but when he's just a little bit off, it's just, you want to take that one back and get another chance.
The man from Zionsville. Two huge goals against New Mexico United you want to talk about on. Those were the two he scored, and they came about 90 seconds apart.
We need the finishing by Maris to be that tonight. I'm sure he'd agree.
Right. Here's Gallegos. Meets the challenge from Richie Ryan. Advantage play. Into the middle. Give and go in from the right. Maloney looking to deliver. And it's called a corner. Aguinaga saying it came off of Maloney. That's the word from the senior assistant Cameron Seiler. And it will be a Chick-fil-A corner kick, the first of the evening for San Antonio FC. Emil Cuello will do the honors. No Schubert tonight. Towering 6'7" presence and a foul in the box. Means a free kick the other way. Apparently on Abu. If the discussion with Brad Jensen is an indicator. Allows us to tell you the USL and ESPN returns to ESPN Deportes. The two playoff hopefuls meeting for the first time in Colorado Springs. Switchbacks FC invading the birthplace of rock and roll to take on Memphis 901 FC Tuesday. That's August the 10th, 6 p.m. Mountain on ESPN Deportes. Thank you very much. Liam Doyle putting it into touch. Solik not trying to get position, but it didn't bounce his way. And it's knocked out by Kamiri. Solid work by SAFC. Lidl, pardon me. Cuello making some moves. Cuello drawing a host of blue shirts.
Did a good job to slow that play down and then let Maka King get back, and then really we had the Locomotive kind of just pressuring until they could get Ketterer to scoop it up.
Into Luna, does well to keep it away from Abu. Maris back to Luna, in the goal! Diego Luna! Go Diego, go! 29th minute, Locomotive 1-0 on the counter.
And he was going to make sure he slotted that one home this time. On another give and go, but look at that composure to hold off the defender and then just slot it to the side of the goalkeeper. There was no doubt he was going to finish that one.
Kamiri done for as soon as Luna stepped in front of him, and it's either take him down or just let the young man go and let your keeper do his job. But here in the 30th minute, we have a hydration break. And Mark Lowry ready to go to work on that whiteboard. Our Hydro Flask hydration break tonight. Here in the 30th minute, temperatures, I will say it was hotter definitely walking up to the press box today than it was on Saturday as we show Eighth Notch doing their thing tonight. Always rowdy, almost always standing. Maybe depends on, you know, how many beers have been flowing down that way.
They're just hydrating.
That's it, hydrating.
Hydrating.
That's the way to look
yeah,
at
I mean,
it.
they definitely contribute to the atmosphere here at Southwest University Park for each game. I mean, it's a as we've said before, Coach Lowry wants it to be a fortress, and the home field advantage definitely
Since
makes a
July of
difference.
2020. And Cardone did what he could, but the youngster Diego Luna with his 5th of the season. Diego.
He played that just right where Cardone couldn't really pick a side either way. Diego seemed to hold his cards, you know, and didn't show what he was going to do. He could slot it either way.
We'll have to wait. I saw Kenzie Arlt, who's one of the social media folks here for Locomotive FC down in the corner. We didn't get to see what was in front of Diego's shirt because he lifted it and revealed something. Well, just pay attention to Locomotive social media. You will see that.
Oh.
Diego Luna with his 5th, one away from Lucho Solignac's 6th. And then, of course, 4 for the all-time leading goal scorer for Locomotive FC, Aaron Gomez. And now, I should point out, all-time, that is Locomotive's 99th team goal. The next one reaches the century mark. So we'll keep an eye. Will it be tonight? Will it come later? Locomotive looking bright after the first 5 minutes dominated by San Antonio. Here's Luna. Aguinaga on the left. Far post. Switch to Macaulay King. Can he run it down in time? He does.
He did.
Gets around the assistant referee trying to send it to Solignac. Looks like Gleedle may have taken a piece. Luna tumbles. Abu on him, but here's Gallegos. Teenager on teenager. Gallegos and Luna, and the foul whistled against Diego Luna. Solid work by the 19-year-old Jose Gallegos. Got to train with Bayern Munich, the German Giants, and saw what legitimate European soccer looks like. Says he wants to reach that goal. It's an opportunity to show his stuff, but how about the wily Scotsman, Nick Ross?
But no time to rest. Ross has got to get back with that turnover.
Emilio Cuello. And a foul on the wing, whistled on King. As he takes down Gleedle.
Gleedle, who played his college ball up at that other school that my husband's works at, the rival, UNM.
Right. University of New Mexico. Switch back. Trying to get there in time was Doyle. Doyle bringing down Borelli and whistled for the foul at the last. one of my 3 alma maters in the land of enchantment, including New Mexico State.
Okay. So what's the third?
New Mexico State, Eastern, and UNM.
Got it.
Yes. For those of you who may not recognize the last name Mocha, that would be Mario Mocha, the athletic director for New Mexico State, which is why the other school up north is referred to as such.
Now he actually has his master's degree from UNM.
Does he?
His undergrad, he played baseball and got his undergrad at New Mexico State.
Pretty good baseball player for a solid baseball program. Locomotive ready to go to work on the restart. Richie Ryan always knows where to put the ball into space and having to go. Macaulay King challenges, but Matt Cardone up to the task.
Yeah, King is really looking to get involved in the attack tonight. He has missed having the ball at his feet.
King brought out at halftime of that Saturday. Maka King, one of 5 players on the Locomotive roster with 2 assists so far, and he also has a couple of goals to go along with it. Nothing doing there, though. Abu. Good delivery to Gallegos. The youngster on his way, trying to sidestep too many blue jerseys, Richie Ryan. And here's Logan Ketterer to pick it up after some pressure by Nathan. The Locomotive has done a good job of covering San Antonio when they start to run at that back line.
Yeah, they have been doing a good job of not getting caught up, because Gallegos, he's good at the ball at his feet.
Kamiri,
and he's quick.
Whistle for the foul as he takes down Maris.
And Gallegos, he actually had 2 goals and 2 assists in July, and he's ranked 2nd in the championship in what they term completed dribbles with 19. So he's definitely up for challenging the defenders on the dribble.
I believe it was a pass he made against New Mexico United up to a waiting Nathan that was just a thing of beauty. In from the middle, like the vision to see him ahead and see where the ball's going to be ahead of the defense. Incredible by the youngster. So certainly has been a bright star for his native city and their soccer club. That's going to be a foul on King, and here comes the yellow. Gallegos draws the contact from Maka King, who earns the yellow card at the expiration of the 37th minute. So King into the book. The restart coming from Gleedle. Gleedle, good delivery headed out by Yuma. Doyle tumbles. Sent back into the mix. Mishak Jerome able to head that one away from Cuello. And King, outlet to Luna. Locomotive scored their goal in the counter. Lucho Solignac can't get away from the team captain, Connor Maloney. And Maloney may have prevented disaster with that little bitty touch. And that's going to be a foul on Richie Ryan. Digging out a big piece of turf. The Irishman still down as he gets his legs tangled with Nathan. We'll take a look at that one again. Well, Ryan certainly had intent to stop whatever Nathan was going to do next.
Yeah.
But looked like he came out the worse for wear.
Yeah, quite a tumble.
and he is still hobbling.
So as a kind of an unwritten rule for defenders is either the ball or the man, but never both get by.
Well, he definitely went for the man. And that will afford SAFC a restart. Good 40 yards off the byline, looks to me. That's Gleedle. Gleedle standing over it with Gecu. Hooks a low drive. Macaulay King right in front of it. I don't think that's where they wanted to send it. Solignac trying to touch it up to Ross.
Without Schuberg here, I mean, that would be an obvious target, and he was successful against Locomotive in that last match.
Schuberg not
on
traveling.
A restart.
Yes.
No, so.
I know they're missing their Brazilian number 6 PC, who directs so much great traffic from that back line or near to it for San Antonio. Good work by Maloney. Great work here by Gecu. Still with it. Gecu. The pass is not on target, though. Trying to find Gleedle. Solignac prevents it, but here is Gallegos. Gallegos off of King. And it's a throw for Locomotive FC, much to Jose Gallegos' chagrin.
I think both teams have had some calls with some of the turnovers that they wanted to protest.
Good work by Doyle to read that. Locomotive survives. And waiting on the left side is the goal scorer, Diego Luna. Diego's
on the right, Diego's on the left, Diego's in the center.
Borelli trying to thread a needle. Kamiri will put it over the byline, and another Chick-fil-A corner kick. It'll be Maris from the left side to do the honors for Locomotive FC, which has done decently on set pieces.
Locomotive just seems they need to sort out on some of their service the runners that should be at the end of that ball. There's been a couple that kind of just went unattended to, unfortunately, and Locomotive are more capable than that.
Maris, slow roller to Luna, trying to get it to roll a little further, but just glances on that ball and an easy pickup for Cardoni.
But a little corner kick like that, with a little bit different than what they've seen, a little bit tricky. Now we'll have San Antonio having to think, okay, what are they going to do next time, and have to make sure they watch for that, and hopefully something like that can open up, a much more direct opportunity for the Locomotive.
Abu. There's Maloney. Didn't make it out to Gleedle in that wing. Richie Ryan, 36 years of age, the Irishman, representing his country at the youth level. Solid work by Gallegos to stay on the ball, and draws the foul from Jose Aguinaga, who is going to see yellow here. The youngster hard to handle here in the 44th minute.
Yeah, Aguinaga definitely kind of stayed on him with some physical plays that definitely looked like they were towing the line of fouls leading up to that takedown.
So, another free kick for San Antonio as we edge a little closer to the end of our first half. We'll find out what our eco-living stoppage time is. There will be a couple of minutes added because there was a hydration break. Gecu back there with Cameron Lindley. The mistook Lindley's red shoes for Sam Gleedle earlier. Some contact in the edge of the 18-yard box. It's Mark Lowry pacing back and forth before the restart. You wonder about how many things run through that man's mind in any given 5-second span. You got to think about 50. Coelho. Nice delivery, but straight to Maka King again. I don't think it's exactly where they've wanted it to go either time, either from Coelho or Lindley.
No, but
we're hearing 2 minutes of eco-living stoppage time.
No, but King and any of the other Locomotive players, you got to be on the end of those restarts, and that's key to keeping those chances from becoming dangerous. So I like the commitment to being on the end of those air balls.
Here's Gallegos. Ryan trying to pick his pocket. And we are into our eco-living stoppage time again, 2 minutes. Desplat. Abu. Little give and go with Gleedle. Hooks one in and it bounces through. Mistimed by Mishak Jerome and cleared by Borelli, but straight off of Connor Maloney. Borelli will get a second crack at it and rolls it into touch. And an injured SAFC player. That is Desplat. Desplat going into the book in the 12th minute, but since then 2 more yellow cards. It's Mark Lowry in his customary, at least this season, all black. He's lost the tie, but it is late summer in El Paso, and that is certainly understandable. Joking with the media, I think, at one of the Locomotive training sessions that he and his staff wear all black for intimidation purposes. Not that anybody's ever been intimidated by coaches on a touchline. Here's Borelli, good give and go with Luna. Borelli, slow drive, looking for Solignac. Hooks that one back in, and it's headed for the second goal. My goodness gracious. Jose Aguinaga. It's 2-0 Locomotive in stoppage time. What an effort by Solignac to hook that back in off the byline. You think he'd had no room to do it, but he put it exactly where he needed to.
Yeah, that's a crafty little play to just kind of keep that in bounds and bend it just back far enough. But Borelli, he starts it with that. And Lucho into the back, under the back post, and there to meet it is Aguinaga.
Gleedle all over Abu. And that is, right there, the 100th club goal in Locomotive FC team history, coming in stoppage time. 2-0 Locomotive.
That was a great goal. That was really, really, really
solid run by Aguinaga to get ahead of the defense. And that is the end of the first half. What a way to go into the locker room. Score your team's 100th all-time goal and take a 2-0 lead after the first 45 minutes. Locomotive FC showing no signs of slowing down, whether this is the 4th game in 15 days or not. My goodness, Jose Aguinaga with his 2nd of the year. 2-0 Locomotive FC. Right here at Southwest University Park on Pride Night. Lots to be proud of for this El Paso roster. Diego Luna scoring first, and Aguinaga second. On some great work by the former SAFC man, Lucho Solignac. Back with our GECU halftime show when we return after this.
Nitro Circus is back for 2021 with the action-packed You Got This tour coming to El Paso Saturday, October 23rd. Top athletes in FMX, skate, BMX, scooter, and more. Are you ready to get this party started? Throwing down huge world's firsts off the biggest ramps in action sports with more crazy contraptions, more insane stunts, more high adrenaline fun than ever before. El Paso, get ready to put your hands in the air. We're coming to Southwest University Park this October 23rd. Get your tickets now at nitrocircus.com. Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium. Locomotive FC offers a wide variety of exclusive experiences, including private party spaces, individual suites, and hospitality areas. Give us a call at 915-235-GOAL for more information and to book your next event.
Welcome to the GECU Halftime Show. Manage your accounts 24/7 with GECU Online Banking, the GECU mobile app, and GECU ATMs. Learn more at gecu.com.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park, and thank you for joining us on the GECU Halftime Show. I'm Heidi Mocha. At halftime, your score is El Paso 2, San Antonio 0. Lucho Solignac has been on a tear this past week. 3 goals in 2 matches earned him a USL Championship Player of the Week award. While the individual success is great, head coach Mark Lowry says it's his team-first attitude that truly makes him a great fit with El Paso.
It's important personally, but I think it's great for the team, you know, to help me score goals and highlight it. But at the end, what matters is that the team is playing good.
All the way, parried away. Solignac on the rebound puts it through 2-1.
Goals didn't come as quickly for him as he would have liked, but now they're starting to flow a little bit, and we knew that was there. He's got the quality. As a number 9 in this league, he's got the technical ability, he's got the finishing ability.
Wide open, Solignac, wide by the keeper. Second of the night, it's a brace and it's 3-1.
Lucho brings a great work rate to the team. One of the reasons why we brought him here was his team play. We noticed last year in San Antonio the way he used the ball, the way he worked with his teammates, the way he ran defensively. So from day one here, he's done that. It's important for the guys to get recognized, and what I like about it is, you know, it's Lucho coming off the bench on Saturday, getting 2 goals and earning Player of the Week. It's not about whether you start, how many minutes you play. It's about when you're out there, what type of minutes are we going to get from you?
Yeah, I think we're playing fantastic, and especially last couple games. It's not easy when we play so many games in a row, but I think we're getting great results.
Lucho adds that he wants to continue seeing more of his teammates earn Team of the Week honors and Player of the Week recognitions. He says that if they're getting recognized, that must mean that the team is doing well, and that's always priority number 1. And tonight, Lucho with the assist, and the score in this one is El Paso 2, San Antonio 0. We'll be back.
Hey everybody, Scott Stewart here from USL, proud to be joined by Puma's John Miller here for an interview. What initially attracted you to the league, and what are your thoughts on the partnership so far?
For us, the mutual experience of offering access to the sport to numerous marketplaces across North America is really what grew us. And then, of course, the great team at the USL has been tremendous to work with from the get-go.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
It's another for Colorado Springs.
Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Welcome back, everybody, to Southwest University Park. Locomotive FC 2, San Antonio FC 0 at the break on a beautiful evening for soccer in El Paso. Pride night here at the park at Southwest University Park. As we check scores around the rest of the league, this is from Sunday. New Mexico United and Tacoma Defiance. United not able to score on the road. Defiance a 0-0 draw with the Mountain Division foes. New Mexico United has not been able to put the ball in the back of the net in 3 consecutive matches. Memphis 901 FC winning on the road, a pretty good result versus Sporting Kansas City 2 side, 2-1. In Miami, Miami FC, the Miami FC I should say, 3-2 over their Eastern Division rivals, the Charleston Battery, and San Diego Loyal, 2-0 win on the road versus LA Galaxy 2, Los Dos. Very good efforts there for San Diego Loyal. Again, Landon Donovan, Coach of the Month for June. I think Mark Lowry certainly a strong contender for that honor here in El Paso for July. As we take a look at the Mountain Division standings, that's part of the reason why. 31 points for Locomotive FC, 9-1-4 overall, and looking pretty good for their 10th unless San Antonio can find some answers. Certainly the potency to do it, but Locomotive in the driver's seat with 31 points. A little separation as RGV Toros lose in Phoenix 3-1 this last weekend. 25 points for Toros for second place. United hanging on. They do get the point versus Tacoma. That puts them to 22. And Switchbacks FC, 21 points. They are tied with San Antonio, but one more victory for Colorado Springs than the visitors from the Alamo City here in El Paso tonight. And those are your top 4 teams. As we take a look at storylines around the USL, Lucho Solignac, of course, earning Player of the Week honors from right here in El Paso. 3 goals in 2 matches. Lucho has been the man, exactly, as we pointed out at halftime, who Mark Lowry wanted him to be. And did you see the finish of the Gold Cup? If you missed that finish, and hey, it was late, I understand, it was Sunday night. Miles Robinson scoring the winner versus Mexico. Robinson playing for Atlanta United 2 in 2018. Of course, the draft pick out of Syracuse for Atlanta United. He is in Major League Soccer these days, but that was, some people even call it the United States C team in action versus the A team of Mexico, and a 117th minute winner with the header on delivery by Kellen Acosta. Just a tremendous finish for United States men's national team. And it continues to be Supporters Month. USL Supporters Month for all of the month of August. Fans can be featured as Supporter of the Week. And if you want to be a part of that, go to uslchampionship.com/supporters-month for more information on how you can get involved and have a chance to be featured as the Supporter of the Week. Here at the half in El Paso, Texas, it is 2-0 to the hosts. Locomotive FC 2, San Antonio FC 0. Back with the highlights and a look at our first half statistics as we continue on the GECU Halftime Show.
Nitro Circus is back for 2021 with the action-packed You Got This tour coming to El Paso Saturday, October 23rd. Top athletes in FMX, skate, BMX, scooter, and more. Are you ready to get this party started? Throwing down huge world's firsts off the biggest ramps in action sports with more crazy contraptions, more insane stunts, more high adrenaline fun than ever before. El Paso, get ready to put your hands in the air. We're coming to Southwest University Park this October 23rd. Get your tickets now at nitrocircus.com. Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Welcome back to downtown El Paso, Texas. 2-0 at the half. Duke Keith along with Heidi Mocha with you. Locomotive FC getting it done here in the first 45 as we take a look at our GECU first half stats continuing here on the GECU halftime show. And Locomotive FC dominating the one that counts right up at the top. 2-0 is the score. Total shots 8-2. Shots on target, each team with at least one. Locomotive, though, 4 shots on target and 2 of those have gone in. Block shots, 1 apiece. 1 offside for Locomotive, 85% passing accuracy to 78%. Locomotive over San Antonio, 51% as well. As we take a look at our Hospitals of Providence Employee of the Week.
At this time, we want to give a shout out to our Hospitals of Providence Employee Highlight. Tonight we feature George Rodriguez. George is a dedicated and passionate surgical tech committed to delivering the highest quality of surgical care to each patient he encounters. Thank you, George, for the care you provide our community and the passion in which you do it.
We'll have more coming up. Highlights when we return and the second half on the GECU Halftime Show here in El Paso, Texas.
Thank you for watching the GECU Halftime Show. Manage your accounts 24/7 with GECU Online Banking, the GECU mobile app, and GECU ATMs. Learn more at gecu.com.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park here at the GECU Halftime Show. As we're getting ready for the second half, let's roll those highlights from the first half. 2 big ones for Locomotive FC. Duke Keith along with Heidi Mocha. Jose Aguinaga trying to get it out to Ross. It'll come over from Maka King. Has a go from distance. That one rolling wide, but how about Diego Luna showing the moves in the box. Puts it off the side netting with the left foot. But that would not be the last we'd see of the 17-year-old Diego Luna. Nice pass up the middle, rolled in by Neris, and in it goes for his 5th of the season. Go, Diego, go. And finally, Eder Borelli. Lucho Solignac. How in the world did he keep that off the byline?
Pretty impressive. Just kind of, he's got that knack for getting things to goal.
Well, 2-0 as you look at this second 45. What are you looking for Locomotive outside of the defense, obviously? Do you want to see more goals? Do you want them to be
absolutely.
on the front foot?
We always want more goals.
I guess so, right? I mean, obviously you want more goals, but...
I mean, if you're a team that gets up, you want to get another one because just one goal and then they're just one away from tying you. You know, if you can get that, extend that lead, you hope to take some wind out of the sails of your opponent.
Well, Locomotive FC scoring their 99th and 100th club goals in team history. Jose Aguinaga in stoppage time.
And if you're San Antonio, you're going to want to pressure immediately. See if you can disrupt the back line. I mean, that's how they've had a little bit of success in the past. And can they play their game? Can they break it up down the middle and get wide? They're really having to just do their attack from the flanks, and that's just not what they're used to. And then they've gotten into Gallegos, and he's been dangerous independently. I mean, he's their youngster like we got Diego. I mean, he's dangerous when he gets the ball, when they get the ball to him.
Well, Marcus Epps is in now for San Antonio. That is a second half substitution at the half for Alan Marcina, trying to add a little offensive spark to his team. And Epps certainly has shown his danger versus Locomotive FC.
Oh yeah, Epps has a really good first touch, and then he has some speed and quickness. He can accelerate off that touch. So that might force the Locomotive defense to just kind of watch out on that flank.
Solignac, well done to flick it out, much as he did for the assist. Looking for that delivery inside. Aguinaga not able to find anyone in blue. Knocked out by the big man, Liam Doyle.
Exactly. He did a good job to get ahead on that ball. Because as we've seen tonight, if you keep letting Locomotive have chances, they'll create another, and eventually they're trying to get it in the back of the net.
Luna comes up with that. Nowhere to turn, forced wide. Good work by Abu. Here's King, delivery right off of Abu, and another throw-in for Locomotive FC. Well, you talk about Epps, 25th overall selection of the 2017 MLS Super Draft by Philadelphia Union. His pro debut with Bethlehem Steel later that season. Rochester Rhinos did get in for Major League Soccer's Philadelphia Union as Diego Luna continuing to go to work. King trying to get it back. It'll bounce off of King's face, and immediately a Texas Tech nod to the dock. Ricardo Ruiz on to take a look at Maka King, who took that one right off the face and is taking a moment. Ooh, yeah. When it's slow motion replay and you're still going, ouch.
Yeah, right off the noggin.
Doesn't look any the worse for wear. The Englishman smiling said, hey man, it hit me in the head. Come on.
It's better to go down and let the...
Right. Our Texas Tech health report with our Texas Tech nod to the dock, and how about that?
Only injuries are to his socks.
Right. Maka King?
Yeah, the big holes that he likes to put in them for let his calves breathe. We haven't gotten to see that in a while.
We have not. Yes, he's been out of the lineup. But we had thought the first time we saw that he had been into some rough and tumble battles on the pitch, but no, he actually does that deliberately to let his calves breathe. I know soccer players have larger calves than most humans, but
I'm not a calf size expert.
Right. I mean, I know you draw the stockings up to the knees, but got to let those puppies breathe. Maka King. Of course, I don't think I'd ever be caught dead in shorts. So no need to draw my stockings up to my knees either. Little crew cut, I'm good. Plenty of room for my calves to breathe.
If my Las Cruces area vintage league ever starts back up that had been suspended because of COVID, I'll go out there and put on some soccer gear and
right.
Gotta have those socks to put those shin guards in. I don't need any.
Yeah, you're certainly more worried about the front than you are the back, I would imagine. That's the part that gets kicked a little bit.
But I'm ready. I'm ready for it to start back up. I think they will this fall. The youth programs all started back up, but
well, you know what's really cool is that you still play.
They didn't want to let us old folks play in 100 degrees in New Mexico yet, so we're gonna wait a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer.
We're not fit like them.
Well, that's relative, isn't it? Good work again by Locomotive. And Aguinaga escaping trouble, keeping the ball. Good job here. Out to Ryan, nowhere to go upfield. Borelli trying to switch. It'll make it to King. Ross, Luna off the chest, back to Nick Ross. Well done. Looking for Solignac, well read by Maloney. Team captain is on it. Here is Epps. First touches of the ball here in the second half. Jose Aguinaga, second goal, his first. At first was not credited to him. It was the deflection off of Dylan Maris's free kick at RGV.
Right.
Locomotive's only loss this season. There's great work to roll it into space. Nobody in a white jersey to receive that from Sam Gleedle. Gleedle roaming alone in the box. Might have thought about taking a crack at goal. Did have a blue-shirted escort. Here's Maris. Back to the team captain, the Spaniard Yuma. Happy for his countryman, Jose Aguinaga, scoring the 100th goal in team history. And how about this stat? Diego's goal, the first scored off the left foot of any Locomotive FC player this season, which is amazing. That one rose up and caught Gleedle in the chin. He wanted to test trap it, didn't wind up there.
We'll take the goal anyway. We can take it.
Hey, left foot, right foot, off the head, off the keister.
Now he has that bragging right. Somebody else needs to say, I'm going to match you.
Gallegos. To Epps, nice move, good knockaway by Maris. Solid defense played by the midfielders. Up to Luna, escape valve, Solignac in a chase. Liam Doyle will bring it back to bear. And here's Gleedle. Abu. Good lofted ball by Lindley. Service into the area. Trying to find Nathan, good head. Off the Spaniard Yuma.
Yeah, well done by Yuma to get his head on that.
Yuma and Mishak. With some words at the end there, looks like, from Nathan for the Haitian international. Over 70 caps for his country. Good work by Nathan to get wide, and Yuma's going to be called for a foul. Dangerous, the Brazilian. Showing some moves, but Yuma not about to let that one loose. I thought he might have been a little fortunate not to see yellow here, but it's in a dangerous enough space for a free kick. And let's see who'll take it for San Antonio. Trying to claw their way back into this one. And of course, missing the 6'7" frame of Axel Schuberg, who scored against Locomotive FC.
And Yuma just clipped his heel. He's trying to get by.
Well, Lindley back there to take it, along with
from here that I would think they would try to put it straight on into the back of the net.
Sure, Cuello. And it looks like it's going to be Cuello to take. And here we go. It will be Cuello into the wall off of Yuma. We're hearing that Nathan's night is almost done. Locomotive FC's defense has done that against target forwards all season long, and Nathan pretty much starved of service, but maybe Alan Marcina thinking that he's got to bring in somebody who's ready to go make some plays rather than wait for the ball to come to him. As Aguinaga taken down. Maloney pleading his case to our referee Brad Jensen. But a Locomotive free kick. Aguinaga, as we see the replay, just a good clear out by Maloney, who does get a yellow in the 56th minute. Yeah, and here's the substitution. Nathan off, Justin Dillon on. So the Brazilian's night is done. Justin Dillon began his career with the LA Galaxy Academy team, led the under-16 academy to the USSDA National Championship in 2011. 72 goals in all competitions as a youngster for LA Galaxy. So maybe a little more creativity to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, San Antonio, we're in the 57th minute, so San Antonio needs to think about getting on the board.
Delivered out by Yuma. It will be a Chick-fil-A corner kick.
And they're racing to get it. Oh, looked like they were possibly going to do a quick restart corner.
Thought it was Lindley about ready to go. Instead, it will be Cuello. Looks like an in-swinger. Nope. Out to the far post, getting ahead to it is Doyle. But it'll bounce Solignac's way. Getting it to Luna. Waits for the traffic to clear. Good sidestep by the teenager. Excellent work to clear it out of trouble. Solignac begins it. Luna ends it. But that pass goes awry. Here's Lindley back in, looking for Justin Dillon.
And Lucho is so good on that transition, kind of a quick counterattack.
Well, you see Dillon out there, and I think maybe more than just the moves is someone who's going to be a target on free kicks. As here's Aguinaga. Borelli goes for goal, and it has to be parried away by Cardoni. Borelli, known for his crosses, sees an opening, and Cardoni has to cover. Chick-fil-A corner for Locomotive.
Forces him not to be able to cheat off of his line to try to grab the next service. He'll have to think, oh, is he going to try and get to the goal, or does he have to? He has to stay home so that then maybe he can get it to one of the guys in front of goal. I like that, changing it up a little bit.
So, Chick-fil-A corner, we have some pre-restart contact. Brad Jensen.
Hasn't that been the first time this game?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
These two teams have been jawboning and jostling since the first whistle.
Exactly.
Headed out of trouble after the service from Maris. And Maka King will do the honors after Doyle lifts it out. You're going to head it out of trouble or into trouble. Liam Doyle's head is certainly one that you'd like to target.
Yeah, he makes a commitment to get to that ball, and that's important when you're playing in the back line.
Maris trying to head that one, but winning that battle is Maloney. Only to Borelli, though. Here's Ryan, threads a needle, looking for Aguinaga. Rather Maris, and it is out for another Chick-fil-A corner. Rather a Locomotive throw. And here is Eder Borelli. Solignac knocked out of trouble by Desplan. Locomotive cycling back to the right side. Maka King keeps his dribble against Gallegos. Back heel. Ross to the far post. And that's an offside flag up. It'll be a free kick. Lucho Solignac a step ahead of Connor Maloney. Good work by Maloney to stand his ground, and Solignac catching something up in the face. You see maybe a bit of an elbow. Nothing on purpose from Maloney. He was just trying to get a hold of the ball.
Lima playing with fire up there.
Indeed. Epps knocks it over the back line. It'll be a Locomotive goal kick. Trying to play out of the back. Good pressure by San Antonio. Forces them to make some moves, but Epps can't control.
And that's what San Antonio is going to need to do. If they can create a turnover in their attacking half, putting pressure onto the Locomotive, they might be able to steal a goal from the Locomotive. Locomotive would like to get another goal and take the wind out of their sails.
Aguinaga not able to get out, and is whistled for a foul after he's taken down from the seat of his pants. Called for a foul on Maloney. We'll be interested to see if anybody caught that. But Aguinaga whistled for the foul, and it will be a free kick for the visitors.
I think they looked like they had contact after Aguinaga was already on the
right. It seems like
on the ground.
He was there. Let's see if we can catch this. Aguinaga on the ground gets tangled with Maloney, and it's after Maloney tries to clear the ball, and boy, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot in that from Aguinaga based on that angle. But the foul is called, and Maloney certainly stretched out. And
definitely a foul, and who knows where the contact, the part that's causing him some grief.
Well, he's got a big scrape on that left knee as well. He's been through the ringer tonight, the team captain for San Antonio. Chipped into the far post and headed out by Yuma. Locomotive wants a foul as Yuma taking a tumble along with Ross. And swinger from Cuello.
And that's what Locomotive has to stay committed to getting their heads on the end of service into the box. If it's not a ball that the keeper's going to get, there has to be a Locomotive player on the end of that ball. And
Cuello does well to keep that ball. San Antonio trying to draw that string a little tighter. Maloney sidesteps, tries the shot. It's out the backside of Ross and over the back line for another Chick-fil-A corner.
quick corner restart.
Indeed, left-footed try into the area, easily parried out by Solignac. First on it, though, is Abu. Trying to get that one restarted to Cuello, but it's over the back line and a goal kick, and we've got 3 substitutions for Locomotive FC here in minute 64. For Locomotive, coming off the field, will be Dylan Maris, replaced by Aaron Gomez. Macaulay King, replaced by Matt Boehner. And Jose Aguinaga, taken off for Brian Rebellon. Again on for Locomotive, Aaron Gomez, Matt Boehner, and Brian Rebellon. The goal scorer, at least one of them, Jose Aguinaga, off the pitch and gets a big hug from his gaffer.
Yeah, he put in a good shift tonight, for sure.
Very bright throughout for the Spaniard, Jose Aguinaga, 26 years of age, out of Madrid.
I mean, to be able to commit to making those runs in the box and to fight to be the one on the end of that tricky service from Lucho.
Right.
I mean, that's all you can ask.
Phoenix Rising FC last season, 38 appearances, 3 goals, 7 apples. 2 goals this season for Locomotive FC. He has been a positive addition. Nice head fake by Yuma.
This little dummy.
You look at Yuma and Richie Ryan, 35 and 36 years of age respectively. The way they see the space around them, where the ball's going to be, where the ball's going to go.
Well, it's like watching this. You've watched the movie already, over and over and over.
Indeed.
I'll watch some of my kids' games now, and I'm like, oh, I already know where it's gonna go, and I'm like, well, I've done this for. They're like, how do you know it's gonna go there? I said, well, it's just a 99% chance it's gonna go there because I've watched the movie that many times, you know.
Absolutely. Here's Yuma. Knew what he was coming up against with Gallegos bearing down and does well to get it to Ryan. Sidestepping the pressure, taken down by Epson. Epson draws the foul. Epps can only help the veteran Irishman up and say, hey, good job. The 67th minute, and San Antonio FC has had a couple of forays, but they have not looked even as dangerous as they were in the first maybe 5-6 minutes of the match.
Absolutely. Locomotive seems like they've really done a good job of committing to playing team defense, to not allowing, the defense to be isolated from the midfield, and the midfield isolated from defense or offense. They're always helping each other out. That's kind of one of the things you want to play as a unit. The unit moves up, the unit moves back, and sometimes that's when you get pulled apart, and the same with right and left. But when you get pulled apart, that's when they find those attacking lanes and they unsettle your ability to defend well.
Here is Luna on the throw-in from Boehner. Easily parried out by Maloney. By Lidl, actually. 3 shots in the evening for San Antonio. Only one has forced Logan Ketterer into action tonight. And I believe we have, it's a caution issue to Mishak Jerome for time wasting.
And San Antonio needs to find that urgency of creating those chances.
I believe Epps, and maybe we'll hear from the booth, was Epps just shown a yellow card as well, so maybe something off the ball. It seemed to me I saw Brad Jensen flash that yellow toward Epps as well. We'll see. Caution issued to Jerome, that much we know. It is just Mishak Jerome. Okay. So we've had that verification. Yellow card issue in the 69th minute to Mishak Jerome.
San Antonio needs to have a little bit more discipline to when they get that ball in, on the flank, to get it, put it in front of goal, or when it's in front of goal, to create that chance that would be considered a shot on target. And they also have had some free kicks at the top of the, at the top of the box. I know I've harped on that. Get it on frame. Get it on frame.
Well, it's been something you've said in the past about Locomotive FC. That's a foul. And it's on Brian Rebellon, who's only been on for a few minutes. Rebellon shown the caution in the 70th minute. Maloney has just been put into the grinder this evening. So here's the restart. Again back, Lindley and Cuello. In-swinger, out-swinger, take your pick. Lindley, far post, out-swinger, shot by Epps just wide. Oh, they found the man they wanted at the far post, but Epps not able to put it on frame. Might have jumped on him a bit, caught him up in the chest and thrown off his stance when he tried to swing at it, but either way, another missed opportunity.
Exactly, and the Locomotive, that they need to be sure to be in a better defensive position and read that ball a little bit better, instead of having to reach with your foot or scramble to try to get the San Antonio player off balance on his attempt.
It'll come back to Diplan. Good switch of the ball to Gleedle. San Antonio, decent run of possession here as of late. Leon says the referee, no foul there, although it will be a San Antonio throw. And the substitution for Locomotive FC, it will be Sebastian Velasquez on for Diego Luna here in the 72nd minute. The other goal scorer coming off the pitch for the veteran Colombian playmaker. And drawing the cheers from eighth notch tonight, Diego. When we heard from 8th Notch coming out of a match about a month or so ago, and they, of course, made a rhyme out of D-I-E-G-O to the bingo song, the children's song. Diego is his name-o. Of course, that chant, they had it after he scored early in the first half. He has really been something.
He is well loved here.
And he'll get to walk by. We'll take a good look at his jersey and what's underneath. Special t-shirt. Perhaps we'll find out exactly who or what it is in honor of after the match tonight. Rebellon taken down by Cuello.
He's taking a
victory lap.
Stroll past
It's in the 73rd minute, but he'll take it, certainly. His night is done, his race is run. And here you hear the chant, D-I-E-G-O. Good pop by Borelli. Nobody in blue on the receiving end of it. But as decent a spell of possession as San Antonio has had over maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes, here is Locomotive FC in the attacking third. Aron Gomez working on Maloney, still going. Great work by Aron to escape and earn the Chick-fil-A corner.
Yeah, Gomez is El Paso's all-time leading goal scorer with 15, scoring the tying goal last Saturday. And he was tied with Diego for second in team goals until Diego scored tonight. But he has been quite a contributor for the Locomotive side.
It'll be Nick Ross to put in the Chick-fil-A corner. Rebellon on the receiving end, but has to escape some pressure. Good work by Rebellon, still maintaining possession. Still working along the byline. It's over the byline. It's going to be a goal kick. Solid work by the Colombian.
If that was a play on, I would have liked it to be called back if you're going to have the ball go out of bounds. But I think the ref is just letting them play physical.
Boy, some solid work, though, on Emil Cuello. Drawing the oohs and ahs of 8th Notch. They're in section 105. Out it'll come to Gleedle. Epps trying to stretch his way wide. Well done, though, by Boehner to stay ahead. It'll bounce to Doyle. Rebellon tries that touch. It'll be taken by the youngster. Gallegos can't keep it. Borelli with a pick. Velasquez, Borelli. Ahead now. Aron Gomez on the counter. Aron back to Borelli. Deflected by Doyle. Still moving. Doyle's going to put it out along that right wing. Aron was there to keep it in. But straight to the veteran from the Isle of Man. And Ketterer will let this one roll over.
With as often as Borelli is in the box, I wonder, is he a fullback or is he a striker?
It does make you wonder, because in from the wing comes Aron Gomez centrally to Borelli. Solid work, but in the end, Abu does get a piece of that to deflect it. Dale is the cry from 8th Notch. Gallegos earns the throw. Good work by the youngster. We've talked about the work San Antonio has done. Even before the USL Developmental Academy started, they were developing players. That's where Gallegos came from. Very well thought of youth development side in San Antonio. And they play their kids, as evidenced by number 17 on the pitch tonight. Here's Aron Gomez escaping pressure and getting taken down for his efforts.
No call.
No call, you're right. My goodness. Play on. They're saying that Blanc got enough of the ball. See if we can see that one again.
After getting oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was a 2-footed, he was
and a red
grabbed.
card issued.
Jeez. Well,
Who
he was
that
grabbed
to?
and then 2-footed tackled.
My goodness. Well, Locomotive players certainly upset.
Jeez.
There has been a red card issued to a member of Locomotive FC, I believe. Let's see. Well, that was a 2-footed tackle from behind. Play on, says the referee, no whistle. Brian Rebellon just got his second yellow. So in the 77th minute, Rebellon has spent all of 13 minutes on the pitch. His night is done. So Locomotive will be a man down for the final 13 minutes plus stoppage time. And Rebellon has been the only player this season to see red. This is the second time that's happened. Certainly Mark Lowry and Alan Marcina will be looking for explanations from a referee, Brad Jensen. And very interesting no call up the way.
That was clearly a two-footed tackle from behind after almost a football arm tackle right before that. So Rebellon, is looking out for his teammate. It's unfortunate that it ends up being his second yellow and causing the Locomotive to be down a man.
So Rebellon sees yellow, and then his second of the night. He is gone from the pitch here in the 79th minute. San Antonio up the man, desperately trying to make something happen. Here's Maloney. Good work by Velasquez to steer it to the corner. Gets away. My goodness, that man. Velasquez clears it into the San Antonio half. Just excellent work. We're hearing Lucho Solignac will be coming off the field, off the pitch shortly for Andrew Fox. Good work, Gallegos trying to steer his way wide, but too many blue jerseys in front. And the Irishman, Richie Ryan, taken down from behind. Maloney, who's certainly been on the receiving end of it tonight, makes sure to give a handshake to the Irishman. One Irishman to another, at least in name. Andrew Fox will replace Lucho Solignac here in the 80th. The foul on Ryan will allow Logan Ketterer to restart it. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr. Every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain. You can also hear live action from the USL, Major League Soccer, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, and the Sirius XM app. This week, USL All Access featuring Mark Lowry. That happened on Tuesday night. So I believe if you've got the app, you could probably go back and listen on your computer. Abu. Worked around Duplant from Lindley. Abu. Lidl back to Gallegos. It sails up on him a bit. An easy clearance for the Haitian, Bichat Jerome.
And we'll look to see Locomotive just sitting back, trying to fill the passing lanes and keep San Antonio in front of them, especially when, being a man down. And, force them to go long or over the top, and hopefully.
Well, they try that right there. Duplant. Good thought trying to find Justin Dillon. And we see why Justin Dillon is out on the pitch right now. Here's Doyle to run down that. Karam wisely slides it back to Cardone.
over the head of Maloney.
And that's what the Locomotive is going to want San Antonio to do, play the long balls and hope they're just a little bit off target, and if not, be matched up and have help.
And Ed Borelli, that is a veteran's move. No, I don't want that ball, I want this ball. Late in the match. Former team captain for FC Juarez Bravos. Aaron Gomez part of that team, along with Leandro Carrijo, who's on the bench tonight for Locomotive. Locomotive FC's sister club. Ciudad Juarez not having a great start to the Apertura in 2021. Their top talents going down with an ACL injury as well. There's Velasquez, Ross, Locomotive showing no desire to really move forward. They don't want to be caught on the counter, and that's the order of the day. Here's Epps. Epps, great work by Borelli. Pocket picked. Pass a little bit awry. Abu getting it started back again. Looking for Epps. Andrew Fox rolls it into touch.
That's a nice thing, Locomotive. When one guy gets up out of position, the other guys know how to cover and just fill in that slot.
Gallegos. Doyle. Lidl. Deflected out by Boehner, and we will have a substitution now. Chris Lima coming on to replace Sam Gleedle in the 84th minute.
And Gleedle coming out, that's they're definitely looking to get more on the attack. Because Gleedle is more, he did get involved tonight, but he's more known for his defense, ranking 7th in the Western Conference in tackles with 37 and 3rd in tackles with winning 26.
Velasquez ready to eat some time. Taken down by Lima and earns the free kick. You think you can take it away from him. You think you can step in and make something happen. And he just finds a way to make that little extra touch. And it's just that game of keep away. Reminds me of the commercial where the old man's got the dollar bill and the girl's trying to grab it. Oh, you almost got it.
The touch is there to make you think you can get it.
Right. And here is Borelli. Good work by Epps. Not often is Borelli dispossessed. He was there. Into the middle for Cuello. Cuello rolling it ahead and too far ahead for Dillon. Well escorted by Matt Boehner into the waiting grasp of Logan Ketterer. Ketterer. Long. Punched away by Cardoni with Aaron Gomez ready. On the bounce here is Abu. Dillon back heels consecutively trying to find the big forward. Logan Ketterer keeps it away. Great work by Cuello and Dillon. But in the end, Logan Ketterer off his line at exactly the right time. You've talked about it before. Logan Ketterer's sense of timing is excellent. And you will see him as he makes a save not really lose control a whole lot. Things bounce away sometimes from other keepers. You've talked about this before. Logan Ketterer just solid. It doesn't look like he's really doing anything special, but he is.
Right. He makes the difficult things look routine and simple. That was a nice little combination by San Antonio that was definitely creating almost a dangerous chance for them, but Ketterer just sweeps it up, and Mishak just manages to be just enough in the way to not allow them to get that, pull the trigger.
Good work by Lindley as Aaron Gomez went to the corner to steer it away, but again, Locomotive in the middle of the pitch. That one's taken away from Ryan, and here's Dillon ready to fire off of Yuma. And it appears to be a corner.
And Locomotive is always committed to the possession game, but sometimes when maybe if you got 10 men, it might not be The worst idea to relieve pressure a little bit, maybe with a longer ball, force them to restart from their defensive end.
Richie Ryan, over 350 matches as a professional. That corner's taken short, and again, they've just not delivered the ball, I don't think, anywhere near where they've wanted to, whether it's on corners or just restarts, free kicks.
Yeah, that last piece for them has not been coming together tonight.
It has been lacking tonight for the visitors. Here's Epps, ready to go to work on Borelli. Able to deliver the cross in another corner off of Humas. This one almost cleared the fence.
And Locomotive have been fantastic tonight, attacking as a unit and defending as a unit, and it's hard to beat.
Here's Epps. Cleared away. Lofted back in, looking far post, but missing. Is Emil Cuello. Cuello out of Argentina. We talked about his days at Southern Methodist, SMU. Played PDL soccer with the Ocean City Nor'easters in 2016 as well. Galaxy man. San Antonio, one of the issues obviously for them has been the injuries. We talked earlier about PC. So many of them this season, and they've never been able to have a set lineup. So Alan Marcina doing what he can as San Antonio trying to nod their way into playoff position. The only thing that separates them from switchbacks, equal on points, 21 points apiece, is one more victory for that man, Alan Marcina. Ron Gomez almost got it through. Good work by Dupont, who lashes out and gives Locomotive a free kick. Eighth notch. It's Wednesday. These people have to go to work tomorrow. My goodness. You wouldn't know it. The weekend always for Locomotive soccer matches. Super Loco right there. One of those great Gabaldon flags.
Duke, have you ever been down there?
I have. I've actually gotten to lead eighth notch in a cheer. It was pre-match.
You did?
Yeah. Pre-match, I was never...
Were you the one wearing the mask?
Front. It was a U.S. Open Cup match when we weren't working.
Oh.
But I have gotten to be a capo of eighth notch. I believe that is the way you refer to that.
Nice.
Yes. It was a lot of fun. Andrew Fox. My goodness. Okay. Out it rolls. Trying to come up with that is Cardoni, and finally does. How in the world did he find that? Sorting it out of the feet of both Andrew Fox and Sebastian Velasquez. As we head toward eco-living stoppage time, we will see the official verdict shortly. Rolled in, good service, just wide of the far post, Lima. Touched though by Locomotive, and it'll be a Chick-fil-A corner kick. 4 minutes of eco-living stoppage time. Here's Epps, shaking and baking off the byline. Good work at the back by Nick Ross. Locomotive trying to survive a man down. Long into the box. Hooked back out by Boehner off the back heel to keep the waiting head of Liam Doyle away from the ball. Quick restart. Brought down by Abu. Here is Gallegos. Haven't heard from the youngster in a bit. Abu. Sent in and cleared out by Jerome off of Lima. Back for Lima though. Gallegos ready to go to work. Far post cross, nobody in white. In the 92nd minute, Locomotive down a man. How tough is this moment to handle mentally and emotionally when you are hanging on for dear life, pretty much.
Well, it's nice when you have a 2-goal cushion,
Yes.
for sure. But you just don't want, like I keep saying, you wanted to play as a unit and be smart. Stay on your feet if it's anything in the box, because that would just potentially draw a foul. But otherwise, you always want pressure immediately and always have cover.
Out to the far post. Did Ketterer get a touch? He did. It was headed out. Service from Gallegos. Another Chick-fil-A corner as it becomes a shooting gallery here for San Antonio FC. Halfway through Eco Living stoppage time. Out it'll come, Gallegos. Fox fronting him. Back to Lima, looking for Doyle, the back heel, easily handled by Logan Ketterer. Doyle with Jerome in front of him, but Ketterer saw it all the way.
Absorbing all this pressure, if they can just for a little while longer, they'll come away with a clean sheet. I'm sure the team and Ketterer are hoping to pull that one off with even being down with the 10 men.
Maloney fouling Fox to give Locomotive an opportunity for the restart. And I am sure the Spaniard, Yuma, will take his time walking to the ball. Hey, I'm 35 years old, man. Don't rush me. Oh, it'll be Borelli. Borelli, good restart. Up to Velasquez. Velasquez making a move. Doyle picks his pocket. The final seconds of Eco Living stoppage time. And here comes Marcus Epps. Epps rolling it ahead, but not to Cuello's feet. Jerome, Ketterer. Aron Gomez going down in a heap. There will not be a foul call there on Diplock. Gallegos receiving that from Lindley. Seconds remaining. Gallegos deflected. Off of Boehner, another Chick-fil-A corner coming up. Mark Lowry pacing. Long into the far post and headed out by Yuma. Straight to the waiting feet of Emil Cuello, and that is it. Locomotive FC down a man, hang on, a 2-0 win. Logan Ketterer finally getting that third clean sheet to equal Adrian Zendejas. Brought in for his loan spell to Portland Timbers FC. Logan Ketterer saluting the crowd, a 2-0 win. Locomotive scoring the 100th goal in team history. An 8th notch. Will go away from Pride Night happy in El Paso, Texas. What an effort. Both goals coming in the second half off of Diego early on, followed by Jose Aguinaga in stoppage time. As Diego Luna, the sensational teenager, scoring again versus San Antonio FC, getting applause after he was subbed off in the second half. And here in stoppage time, how about Lucho Solignac getting the assist to Jose Aguinaga, who made a great run right past the San Antonio defense. Back with our Estrella of the match and more when we continue after this.
Nitro Circus is back for 2021 with the action-packed You Got This tour coming to El Paso Saturday, October 23rd. Top athletes in FMX, skate, BMX, scooter, and more. Are you ready to get this party started? Touring down huge world's firsts off the biggest ramps in action sports with more crazy contraptions, more insane stunts, more high adrenaline fun than ever before. El Paso, get ready to put your hands in the air. We're coming to Southwest University Park this October 23rd. Get your tickets now at nitrocircus.com. Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles for men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Welcome back to downtown El Paso. A happy Wednesday evening to you and a happy Wednesday evening for the hosts, Locomotive FC, earning their 10th victory of the season, 34 points to top the Mountain Division, 2-0 over their Copa Tejas rivals from San Antonio. Duke Keith and Heidi Mocha, let's take a look at the full half stats presented by the Hospitals of Providence. The 2 goals coming in the first half, a total of 9 shots for Locomotive, 4 of them on target, just 1 for San Antonio FC. That came in the first half. 2 blocks for either side, 81% passing accuracy. San Antonio much better, but a lot more of the ball in the second half, Heidi, and more of the possession. But they were up a man for the final 13 minutes of the match.
Yeah, I'd guess that swung in their favor in that last bit where El Paso really kind of sat back to preserve the 2-0 lead and being down to 10 men. But
let's go down to the field and Elizabeth Vega with our estrella of the match, Jose Aguinaga.
We're down on the field with tonight's estrella of the match, Jose Aguinaga. Jose, you scored the 100th goal in club history tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really happy. You know, I didn't know actually. They just told me, and it's for the club. It's really good to score 100 goals, and I'm happy I was able to help the team today with my goal, and happy for the victory.
What is it that you saw on that header?
Sorry?
What did you see on that header in that moment?
I just kept going. I remember I played the ball wide, and I saw Lucho was gonna get to the end of that ball, and I just say I need to get to the end of that ball, and I'm glad I did because I scored. Yeah.
How great is it to score your first goal for El Paso here at home?
It feels amazing, you know, to be able to score in front of all these amazing fans. Really happy, and as I said before, really happy to help the team with my goal and to get the 3 points.
Do you have a message for the fans here in attendance tonight?
Just thank you very much to everybody that came here tonight. I know it's a midweek game. I know it's not easy to come, you know. Everybody have to start tomorrow, but from the bottom of the heart, thank you very much. Your support is what makes us leave everything in the field. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Jose.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jose Aguinaga. Our estrella of the match brought to you by Estrella Jalisco. Aguinaga out of New Jersey and Rider University. He's been in the States for a while, but what did he see, do you think, Heidi, on this assist from Lucho Solignac? Because he beat the defenders and went to a spot and found his second goal of the match.
He did. He was not going to get beat to that ball. He was there. He earned it in that spot, and he snapped that header into the back of the net. There wasn't going to be a keeper coming over to snatch it off the line or a defender. I mean, that is how he put it in the back of the net with authority.
Outstanding work as we take a look at our save of the game, our GECU save of the game. A couple of different angles at this. Locomotive's Logan Ketterer earning his 3rd clean sheet of the season. As you take a look at this work by Sam Gleedle, rolls it in. And that is Logan Ketterer just making stops over the field. No one GECU save of the game. There was only 1 shot on net all evening long. And Logan Ketterer had that easy. But we'll call it the GECU saves of the match because Logan Ketterer did his job and earns his 3rd clean sheet.
Yes, he did.
Some solid work in downtown El Paso this evening on Wednesday. This is the 4th of 5 matches in 2 weeks for Locomotive FC. And still, Locomotive FC managed to be physical. Your physical play of the match, Brian Rebellon, did earn his 2nd yellow, but how about this work on Emil Cuello? All the way to the byline. That was ruled finally a goal kick for San Antonio, but excellent work by the Colombian in his 13 minutes on the pitch tonight.
Yeah, that is some nice possession of the ball and not giving up and just kind of lots of physical play.
Brought to you by Physical Hand and Therapy Centers in El Paso. Brian Rebellon with your physical play of the match. 2-0 to Locomotive FC, 10-1-4 now, 34 points to pace the first spot or top spot in the Mountain Division as we do our Brian Bird's home selling team moving into the next match look. And that will be this Saturday as Locomotive finishes that string of 5 in 16 nights versus Austin Bold FC. And we take a look at some of the highlights from the prior meeting in Austin. It would be that young man in the middle, Diego, scoring his first professional goal, Heidi.
That's right, Duke. Yeah, when Locomotive traveled to Austin earlier in the season, he was there to finally get on the board as a Locomotive player. Austin has been a strong team, hanging around the top of the table for a playoff spot, and they did lose to San Antonio 3-0 this past Saturday, but they are a strong team, and it's going to be a tough challenge for the Locos.
Certainly. Locomotive FC will have to stave off whatever fatigue. That was the only goal versus Austin Bold, scored again by Diego Luna. A 1-0 win on the road. That happened Thursday, June the 3rd. And this will be just the second matchup between these Mountain Division rivals on this season. There will be 2 more afterward. Each team in the Mountain Division playing each other 4 times, 2 at home and 2 on the road. But for Locomotive FC, as you look ahead, I know that they'll be relieved to get to the end of this string, but they have really handled their business so very, very well. This is the 3rd victory in 4 tries since that 0-0 draw versus New Mexico United just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I definitely would say the Locomotive and Coach Lowry has shown the depth of his team and the discipline, to use all different players and not have any letdown. And we're looking forward to seeing what they can do against Austin on Saturday.
Well, that's going to wrap things up for all of our gang here with Locomotive FC. Our thanks to our producer, Juan Gutierrez, Cesar Ruiz, our director, to my broadcast partner, Heidi Mocha, and all of our crew. I am Duke Keith. Your final score again on Pride Night at Southwest University Park. Locomotive FC 2, San Antonio FC 0. Until next time, Saturday night. So long, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.